you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, checking out the content. I don't know. I don't have no option to make I don't have no option to make the camera a little bit higher, but just sitting there chilling, having some breakfast at Phillies. Shout out to Joe. Looks different than Highway 2 and 85. Dude, I have driven up Highway 2 and 85 so much. I know where the bumps are and everything else is on Highway 2 and 85. But I'm just chilling at Phillies, getting me some breakfast. It's actually supposed to rain. It's actually supposed to rain today. So hopefully that'll knock some of the smog and stuff out of the air. But if you guys ever come to the Philippines, this stuff right here is amazing. It's called Pocari Sweat. This stuff is awesome. It's just another day in the Philippines. I know the same bumps. I really wish I would have headed to Williston in 2011 or 2012. I wish I would have too, but I didn't really know about it. I had my CDL, but the oil field in North Dakota just didn't come across my radar until 2014, really. And it was almost like an accident when it did, because I was looking at trucking jobs at the time in 2014. I took about 3 months off work, and I knew I was going back. I just didn't know what I wanted to do in trucking. But after looking for a while, I was gonna go drive for Tyson, because they weren't that far from my house. I'd already done OTR, but there was a part of me, I knew I really didn't want to do OTR, and I kept looking, and I stumbled across oil field jobs paying $100,000 a year, and then I started looking at that, and then the rest is history after that. It's just I went full steam ahead. I went all the way into it. I mean, I committed, left home, lived in a vehicle, and made it work. And I stayed up there till I made it work. There was no going back. Yeah, because I wish I'd have been in Williston in 2010. The amount of videos and stuff that I would have made way back then, even though camera phones weren't that much, I'm pretty sure I still would have made a lot of videos. But 14 all the way to now, that's, yeah. Actually, I take that back. Yeah. 14 all the way to now has been, and even when I went back this past time, it's just not quite the same. So there are. The vibe ain't the same. The people ain't the same in the Bakken, in North Dakota. And the places that I congregated weren't around, or they were sold to somebody else, and now they're doing something else or doing something different. Heck yeah, that's a great story. It's not, bro. It's not. It's just not the same. Now, when I talk to guys that I last worked with, they were saying how everybody knows it's not the same. Not only that, things have changed from where I left from and where I was working at. And if you ever do decide to come to the Philippines, this is the breakfast at Philly's. It used to be $2.99, and it used to be $2.99, and it used to come with coffee. So now you just have to buy your coffee separate. And coffee is like 90 pesos. Where is it at? Yeah. Not 90 pesos for coffee. And it's a little small size cup too. So that's like $1.35 or something. But the breakfast is pretty good. If you want something that's more hearty, that's gonna fill you up, at Philly's, where is it at? They got a breakfast burrito. That's it right there. That's a pretty nice size burrito. So if you want something more filling, you can try the breakfast burrito. I actually like it. As far as price for what you're gonna get and what you're paying for. And remember, when you do, or if you do decide to come to the Philippines, rich people from other states have taken over city council, etc. Heck, Williston City Burger is over 200 million. My bad. Williston City budget is over 200 million. Think about that. Williston has a budget of $200 million. Dude, I think where I'm from, I think their budget is like 60. I'll have to look it up again, but I know it ain't nowhere near 200. And you can't see what they're spending the money on in Williston. I get it, they upgraded the school, you know, that stuff is cool that they did that. Upgraded the high school. They're building a new, I think that's a middle school down there, back behind the Taco Bell in the old airport. So they're spending money that they ain't even got yet because they know the oil revenue is going to keep it coming. They know the oil revenue is going to keep the money coming in. And I got an update for you guys. I didn't get a chance to talk with Joseph. But I did. This guy right here. I did get a talk with him. Man, we talked probably like an hour. I wanted to interview him, but then after we got to talking, I was like, man, it was just cool meeting him, and maybe some other time. He's got some plans for the city and stuff like that. They make $50 million a year in their own wells. Yeah, exactly. And you see the lady right there. Every day they'll be trying to sell you something. Every day. Now, Joe, man, that's really where the money's at, bro. The money's at in owning the leases, bro. Owning the mineral rights. That's some generational wealth. That's that what's the name of Jerry Jones from the Cowboys kind of money. And there's another one. All she does is that right there. Every day, all day. If you give her a penny, if you give her anything, she'll just keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Because when I was there last time, man, I had to raise up on her like, hey, get away from me. Hello. I have no money. I have money for breakfast. That's it. I have nothing. And then you can't give one money, because if you give one money, and then the other one will want some money, and then they will stare at you. So this is the Philippines. I do know a guy. He's been doing good, and let's see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens. And if any of you guys have any information on the mountain climbing of Mount Pinatubo or Mount Araya, I'm trying to find the best economical way to do it, whether it's, because they're talking about 15,000 pesos, which is over $200. And I'm not doing the one person thing, but you can join a group. But you know, the Philippines ain't the most transparent when it comes to information and stuff. So trying to get information from them is kind of like pulling teeth, but you just have to ask around. You really have to ask around when it comes to prices on anything. When it comes to prices on any kind of a package deal, anything that you're buying from a sorry store. The only stuff that's not really negotiable is the 7-Elevens, the Uncle John's, and stuff that has prices posted. Stuff like that, you just not gonna get. Hey, yeah. Hey, can I get some coffee? I do want to get some breakfast. Can I get some coffee?
Coffee, okay.
Lots of nice cars where I mean they got they got all the same stuff we got. They do got here they do have like some nice little vans and stuff. Like if you look when this that's another thing, they got a bunch of these the Suzu Troopers is from the 90s and stuff. They're still running around and look good. Suzu Troopers, Montero Sports. Dude, they even sell, you remember the, and I do want to get the,
Breakfast is on me.
I mean, my bad.
It's on.
Scrambled eggs, well done. I want crispy though again.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Crispy bacon and then scrambled egg well done. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Scrambled egg well done and then
Yeah.
crispy bacon. Okay.
Oh, you can wait. I'll wait. Look, I'll just come back in like 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Will that work? Like that. Thank you.
You want to order this one or later?
Not now.
Okay. Just tell me. Okay. Okay.
But personally, when I usually always get this, and I get some coffee, and that's what I get when I come to the Philippines. Eggs and my coffee, and that's gonna run you West Coast Roller. Man, look who it is, man. This dude that showed up on YouTube finally after all this time, bro. Dude, I got to checking out your hey, shout out to Joe, shout out to Louis 2271, and shout out to West Coast Roller. Dude, I watched some of your stuff, bro. Well, pretty much anybody that leaves a comment in the lives and stuff, especially in the lives while I'm looking at it. Like I go and I look at, to see if you have any content on your channel. Like I went and looked at Joe's channel, I went and looked at Louis' channel. West Coast Roller, I'm subscribed to your channel, but it don't show up as a JPTV3000. And actually it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning here on a Saturday. And it's not really busy yet, but it will be after a while. But West Coast Roller, man. Salamat, thank you. Cause you were making some videos. Cause actually I had a motorhome for a little while, and hold on, man. Somebody sent me a message. I had to check this out. So shout out to Keith if you sitting there watching, man. Shout out to Keith, bro. If you watching this, that's hilarious. And you know what, dude? I seen that somewhere else. I was I was coming back walking from Marquee Mall, and I seen that somewhere. It was at first I was gonna stop, and it was like at the place where it was at, it was like a salon or something. And I seen that, and I was like, that can't be right. But it's hilarious though. A West Coast roll. I got a Chad Blackwood 579. How's the temperature there? It's a little warm, but there's a wind blowing. It's supposed to rain. I'm kind of hoping, you know, it's actually going to kind of knock some of the smog and stuff out the air. Dude, West Coast roller, bro. You, man. Dude, you haven't made any videos in a while, but like the last time I seen you in the video is when you were doing the motorhome work, and what you did in it actually helped me out because I had a motorhome at the time, and I was trying to get some stuff done on it. But Philippines, they have little stuff like this right here, which is like a little cool little thing to ride around in. 10,000 subscribers. Hey man, you guys check out West Coast Roller. That's his YouTube channel. West Coast Roller. So now you gotta start making some more content, bro. I mean, I get it, bro. I talked with a well-known YouTuber last night. I was getting some ice cream from a little shop I found, and it's like the cheapest ice cream, a little small size ice cream thing. And I ran into the guy because I had seen some of his videos, and I hear you, bro. I was talking to him, and he was saying how in the beginning, making content, you have to really run at it hard, and you have to keep pumping out the content, and because once you start building the audience, you know, you can't just take some time off. You know, you can't just not do it. You can't be lackadaisical. You have to approach it as it's like it's a job, it's something full time that you do, and you're gonna keep doing it like that. I was lucky enough. I got in on YouTube at a time when the algorithm was sharing my stuff out with the other people. And that's kind of how I got my boost and I got going. And I just kind of kept going from there. And then the more people kept encouraging me, the more I kind of just kept doing it. Because otherwise, I would have stopped a long time ago. But there's a part of me I'm happy I didn't stop. On YouTube, I make $100 every 3 months. So like every 3 months, it'd be $100, $109 or something like that. So it's not comparable to, you know, working a 9 to 5. I wonder if I get coffee refill. All right, now. I don't know if I'm about to have some company. No, you can't go on. But shout out to all you guys down there in the chat. Indy, no. You just get hit by a truck trying to sell me something. Good. Man, what is going on back in the States, man? The interviews you did in the Bakken were great. Dude, I wanted to do more, but... And really when I look back at it, because a lot of people don't realize it is extremely hard to interview people. I can sit down with anybody and have a conversation with them. As a matter of fact, on the other side of Phillies is a regular guy from the Philippines YouTube guy. I met him. I don't know him personally, but like I spoke to him when I was here last time. So, yeah.
You ready?
Yes. Manganda Filipino.
Exotic style, right? Your bacon is crispy.
Yes.
And then your egg is scrambled.
Yes.
Okay.
Salamat. But it's just like I want to do more interviews over here, but it's just a totally different. It's a totally different vibe. Trying to interview Filipinos, and I don't want to come off as, I don't want to exploit them, I don't want to exploit their situation, and I don't want to take advantage of them. So there's a few interviews I've done over here, but it was after talking to them, because I need them to be able to not just talk, but articulate their thoughts out in English. And some of them, some Filipinos, once you get to talking to them and they use up their regular routine of English, you'll start notice that the back and forth chemistry of the conversation kind of changes a little bit, because it's like I was explaining to Joseph. It's one thing to have a conversation with somebody who speaks English or another American. We can talk with one another, and we can say stuff with the other one already understanding it, and they understanding where the conversation is going. I've learned over here, Filipinos, quite a few, especially in Angeles City, they understand English, especially when you speak it clearly. For example, if you ever watch Chubb's DC YouTube channel, if you watch the way he speaks, it comes from practice over here. I'm from the South, and I'm from South Mississippi. So when we talk, we tend to talk lazy. So we have a lazy way of talking. So for me to talk to a Filipino person, they'll constantly be asking me, what? What did I say?
Oh, sige.
And
Okay, sige.
they don't understand or something.
Kuya, balloon. Magkano yan? Ha? 80? Ayun.
80 pesos. And so
Sana.
a lot of it will be just if you're not saying it clear, and plus it takes time for it to translate what you're saying into their head, and did they really hear what you were saying? Shout out to Ghost Town Bullies. What's up, man?
Fish.
Selling balloons on Valentine's Day. And also they selling Viagra, Comagra, Cialis, cigarettes, candy, sunglasses, towels, shirts, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you just wouldn't really buy.
Ay, hindi yung malaki. Ano? Ito ba? Hindi yung malaki. Ay, ito, ano pa lang? Dolphin ba yan?
The blue one, yeah, the shark. But
Magkano?
80 pesos. I don't need no balloon, so I'm not buying one. And also, there's a guy, shout out to the truck community. I hadn't checked out you guys in a while. I just been over here living life, trying to figure out how to get this mountain climbing stuff out the way. But also, let me give a shout out to a couple more people. And I'm gonna and also West Coast Roller. I like that truck you got, that black Dodge truck, bro. I tried to find a truck like that, but they wanted too much for them. So I didn't know you were gonna come that fast. Yes, please, thank you.
You're a blogger?
Something like that.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Because I heard you, because when I saw you, oh, it's a blogger.
Yeah, something like that. Would you like to be on the blog?
Okay, I'm going to see your blog. This is
Yeah. Would you like to be on?
160? Thank you,
yeah,
ha?
I'm trying.
Huh? Is that a yes? Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, no.
Okay. No.
Wait. I'm trying, it's okay.
It's up to you.
This is yours.
Oh,
JPTV3000.
yes. Like if you go in there and look now, like you'll see the live playing right now. Okay.
And then I'm going to search you.
Oh,
Yeah.
so my
You're welcome.
I'm gonna just see you again, but if you do want to be on it, just let me know. Okay. So but that's what the breakfast looks like. Coffee is 90 pesos. This is $3.19. I don't remember if you get a refill with your coffee. But of course, here comes a guy with a horn selling. It's some kind of fish soup or something they put in cups or something, I think. But coffee, 90 pesos. Breakfast is $3.19. 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, and some toast. And I'm gonna turn the camera around when the kid is not in front of me anymore with the balloons.
Power man.
There we go.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, good. Kata lagi.
But oh yeah, my bad, man. I was looking up Truck Community's channel so I can show that to you guys.
Hey.
Truck Community Clips. That's another YouTube channel, especially for any of you guys that are you truck drivers. You drive long distances. They have lives that go a good amount of driving distance for you, or to help you get down the road. And that's the host, owner, producer, director of the channel, Trickio. And he's got a multiple number of guests that show up from time to time. And the list goes on. He's been making content for years now. And there's a whole coalition of guys on that channel. So if you're interested in some guys talking about trucking, the latest drama and everything else, to help you get down the road, those guys definitely do it. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to look up Ghost Town's channel. And that's another one, Ghost Town Bullies. When you think about somebody who's on the grind, on the hustle, always taking advantage of the next opportunity and looking for a new one, that's Ghost Town. And I don't know if he sells dogs also, but he's the #1 when it comes to the next hustle, get it, staying on top of stuff. This guy be on it. I kind of wish Ghost Town would start making more videos, but he does what he does and he stays out the way. But Ghost Town Bullies, you guys can check him out. I'll have to check and see if Joe and Louie have a YouTube channel. Because the last time I remember, when I checked, I think Joe only had like a few videos. Ghost Town. Ghost Town, you know I'm gonna have to just give you that back, man. Now I'm gonna have to send a message to myself to remind me to get that back to you. So the next time you make it a live or something like that, I'm gonna have to send that back to you. But thank you, and thank you. But I appreciate that, man. Hey, for me, you guys tuning in and just checking out the content, man. Hey, that's good enough for me, bro. And you know all the positive re-encouragement stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that I like, that I enjoy. It's a motivator to keep going and to keep doing it, bro. I personally wish they had better roaming internet in the Philippines. Like they've got internet, you know. Also, another thing, when you guys come over here, phone calls, when it comes to making phone calls over here, when it comes to making phone calls over here, just to be honest with you, say like, dude, I have called places like hotels. I was trying to figure out prices, or the Mount Pinatubo hiking travel tour guide place. You can call them, nobody answer. You can go into the place, call the place while you sitting in there, and ain't no phone ringing. So this is the land of whatever you hear. If there's an actual brick and mortar place that actually exists, and it's not a wall or just a vacant spot or something else that was there, go there, see, talk to them in person. It's the best way I can put it to you to enjoy your experience. But to any of you guys that come over here to the Philippines, I would definitely say get you some good quality walking shoes, get you some New Balance, because it's a totally different world over here, man. And it is and also, when you come over here to the Philippines, you're gonna hear, "Hey, my friend, don't pay that no mind." If I'd also give you some advice when it comes to going into the bars. To each his own, and some people are pretty cool when it comes to talking to the door ladies, door guys, waitresses. It really just kind of depends. It really depends on you. But I would say the waitresses are pretty cool. The girls can be kind of cool, but the girls up on the stage and whatnot. Hold on a minute. dude down there coughing his lungs up and still smoking cigarettes. But also, guys, if you come over here, most massage places, some of them are massage places. A lot of them are not really massage places. If you're not sure, if you actually want a massage, a real massage, you walk by a place and there's some girls, there's some women outside. Like, sir, come in here for a massage. Just give them your hand and see, one, if they start massaging your hand, and two, see what it feels like. If she just starts like just pressing on your hand, like she don't know what she's doing, that's the quality of the massage that you're gonna get. I learned that firsthand when I went around trying to find a good solid massage place. Hey sir, come inside, have a massage. I give them my hand. And if they can't get into my hand with their fingers, I'm like, nah. But give me a minute. I'll be back to the topics in a minute. I gotta get my bill and stuff straight. Hey.
No, sir.
Do we get coffee refills?
Coffee refill? It's for another,
Like if,
another thing.
yeah, but I already got breakfast, so don't I get a free refill? And I already paid for the coffee. Yeah. It was worth a shot. I ain't think about that. That's what I should have done. Ordered some coffee and then brought me some. Also, guys, I want to tell you guys a little hack. Get around some stuff in the Philippines. You go somewhere, get your cup of coffee, and then get your coffee. Then take you some Nescafe, and then just get them to get you some hot water. You know, like you're gonna make you some tea, you can make you some coffee. You sit there and chill. You've already paid for the cup of coffee if they don't do refills. Personally, in my opinion, McDonald's has the best coffee, best tasting coffee. You are getting less of it in comparison to the United States, but you are a medium here. I mean, a large here is like a small or medium in the United States? Oh yeah. Hey, when it comes to buying shoes here or clothes here, you need to try them on. It doesn't matter what size they tell you is. If they tell you it's 3X or 4X, try it on. None of that means anything. They can tell you it's American size and 3 and 4X. It does not mean that's what it is. Same thing with the shoes, same thing with the shorts, any other kind of clothing. You can go up in SM Mall where they're supposed to sell the legitimate name brand products. That doesn't mean that's what you're getting. I'm just letting you guys know this. So when you come here, there's stuff that's cheaper and there's stuff that's even cheaper, but just understand that if you get outside of the mainstream stores, and probably some of those too, but definitely you get outside the mainstream stores and you get to the shops, it's a bunch of reproduction and knockoffs. Plain and simple. Oh damn, it's starting to rain. It is starting to rain finally. As you can see, I don't know, no, Phillies don't have no curtain like that or nothing. I'm gonna sit here until it starts raining, because I have been waiting on this rain for days. And if you guys get here during the dry part of the year, which is now that January, February, March, most of the time I'm out of here in March. I'm getting away from here because it gets a different level of hot. Keith, what's up, man? Are you out and about or you chilling inside today? I got you. I was on the fence about going to the gym this morning, but I've been dealing with some sinus and stuff because it hasn't rained and knocked some of the dust and smog and stuff out the air. So I'm really hoping it's gonna rain, like a good rain today and tomorrow, and we'll have some fresh air. But right now it's just sprinkling, if you want to call it that. So hopefully it will rain and get some of this stuff out the sky. And to all you guys that are out there, if you're not familiar with Keith Fun in the Philippines, hold on a minute. This right here is Keith's channel. Keith is a vlogger, YouTuber, / jack of all trades. I appreciate that, man. Okay, I gotta shout out AJ too. This is Fun in the Philippines. You guys can check him out on YouTube. He makes travel videos. He also is currently in the process of working on his physical therapy / motivational workout business and growth thing that he's working on. So that's what he's going to be doing in the next coming year. So you guys can be out on the lookout for that. And also, Paul and Lucy. Shout out to Keith from the Philippines. Shout out to Ghost Town Bullies. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to West Coast Rollers. Shout out to CEO Trickio from the Truck Community. Shout out to Chad Blackwood 579. Shout out to Louis 2271. Shout out to Joe. And shout out to Carl Anderson 4832. Give me a second, I gotta find trying to think my world my views your that's it. My views your world. This right here that's AJ's channel, so you guys can check him out. He's a YouTuber that he does travel videos. I missed the Rampage Jackson thing. I met him downstairs at ABC, so he's a pretty cool dude. That was like the first famous person I ever met. But you guys can check him out. Hopefully y'all can see it. And if any of you other guys have a YouTube channel, just leave me a comment down there and I'll go look it up and share it out with the livers. And actually, you know what? I think the better way to do that is to I visited the Philippines 3 times, but left for a week. I left for Carl Anderson 4832. I visited the Philippines 3 times, but left for work and money I didn't really need, and now I regret being greedy. Carl, one thing I can say from personal experience, bro. People can say whatever they want. They can feel however they want. But bro, this is living. This is living. Not kind of. This is living. Being out and about every day, going somewhere, doing something. And not only that, everything around here is walking distance to somewhere else. So you can just walk a little bit further. And I don't know, man, it's hard to explain, bro. It's hard to explain. But all the people that I've met have confirmed the same thing that I was already thinking from the first time I came here. It's safe. I don't feel any different kind of safe now versus when I was here before. Like there's a lot more of the young new police people that they got around everywhere. But other than that, and there's people here from every country. There's not too many South Americans, but there's so many Americans here you wouldn't believe. There's so many Eastern and Western Europeans here you wouldn't believe. And plenty of, there's more Koreans than anything else. and it's a little bit tricky for me trying to link. Yeah, bro, the walks every day. The walks every day. And the weird thing about the walking is, after a while, it's just, it's like I don't even notice it anymore. Like when I first came back, I was like, man, walking here, they have to go back here. But now it's like the walking is, it's almost like your legs are wheels. You just moving, and then next thing you know, you get there. And you'll see Keith's at symbol for his channel down there. So you guys want to check out Keith's content? Bam, there you go. My world, your views. You want to check out AJ's. I'm looking. I don't see it unless he's using a different account. Because I got it on. My words review. Okay, I see him.
Mata gede-gede. Sama pusat. Yang ngomong
Yo, shout out to my world, your views. I see you coming. But walking is the key, man. Walking is the key, bro. Now, me personally, I'm not too big on the being out late, because I like to get up 5 o'clock, sometimes wake up at 4:30. Then by the time I actually start walking, it's 5 o'clock to 5:30. And then get to the gym by 5, well, depending. Try to get to the gym before 5:30 or 5 o'clock. And then start my workout. And then it's a really great way to get the morning started. And it's a great way to motivate you to go a little bit further in your walking adventures and stuff, because that early you're already up. The city's a little bit quieter, and it's always cooler in the morning and at night. So that's also extra reason. But my words, your views. I see you, dog. There's a little drizzle outside, but my sleep schedule is horrible. I start my day late to avoid the heat. I kind of want to start doing that so I can keep an eye on the stock market stuff. But I'll run into people that I know that was like, hey man, let's go to the bars. And if I'm out at night, it's usually I'm supposed to get something to eat and then shut it down for the night. Or I'm trying to do some research and I don't want to go out where I get distracted. So sometimes I'll go upstairs at Philly's. I'll go to Eurotel and sit on the inside and just kind of go over some notes, things like that. Stocks that I saw a good entrance on. And there's a lot of stuff I'm missing just being over here because of my sleep schedule. But if you ain't in a position to take advantage when the stock market is doing what it's doing, man, you're just gonna miss out. That's how it works. but it doesn't mean that there's not going to be another opportunity later on. Shout out to West Coast Roller. I'm going to Manila Sunday. When I get back, I wanted to get back into the stock market. I'm pretty sure I told Keith about the book. Hold on a minute. I want to see if I got a picture of it real quick. I'll show you. My stocks. Damn, that's not it. Strategic stock trading. I have, over the past four years, I've probably bought 22 to 25 copies of this book, and I've given this book away to friends and family. I spent my own money buying this book. If I was in the U.S. and I met you and I saw you, I try to always keep a copy of this book with me at all times. So if I meet somebody, we get to talking about the stock market. It's a great starter, good read. It's short, it's to the point, and you can knock this read out. And whoever wrote it, they wrote it simplistically. So, Strategic Stock Trading by Michael Swanson. If you can get the PDF, if you got Amazon Prime or whatever, if you can use that and just download for free, it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I was already trading in the stock market off and on, and there was some stuff I didn't know. Like I was doing good, but then I was losing money. I was making money, I was losing money. This book helped me, and then there's some audio books that I found on YouTube that actually helped me too. But when you finish reading this, make sure that you make notes in it. Anything you're not sure about, put a question mark by it, go back through it. You can also use a JPTV3000 to help you with your learning and stuff like that. So, because I actually had a copy with me, but I gave it to someone that I met last year, and I told them when I come back, I'll bring them a copy of it. It was a Filipino person, and we got to talking, and they said they were interested in the stock market, but they didn't know about it. And I gave them that book, and I told them, hey, you can't go wrong with it. Not only that, there's a lot of stuff that Filipinos, on average, are behind on. The stock market is one of them. They've heard of it, but they don't really have a concept of it or what it does, how it's going on. You know, they just know it from hearing TikTok and stuff like that. So no, Hindi. But I also want to give a shout out to friends and family, everybody back home. Lady, you could about to get hit by that dog. Man. I was talking with a guy the other day. He said, man, he said, I don't see how come there's not more accidents. And I told him, bro, you may not realize it, but Filipinos pay attention. it may not seem like it. It may sound crazy. But these people pay attention to everything. If you don't believe me, just get you some shades and walk down the street. They see everything. Like this guy, like the Filipino guy that just walked by. He was looking at the guy with shades on. Like they see everything. Like you ain't really getting them past them as far as something that they can see. They may not know something. They may not know what you're talking about or be familiar with something. But homeboy, it took me some time to figure that out. Even waitresses, when you go out to eat somewhere, either turn your phone over, or if they're around you, just, and if you're doing something on your phone that you don't want nobody knowing what you're doing, or that's your business, turn your phone over. Close your phone or whatever, because they be looking. And also want to give a big shout out to Ghost Town Bullies. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. She want you to buy her some flowers. I know. All day yesterday, it's gonna be all day today. Buy some flowers. Hey, sir, would you like to buy some candy? There go the guy with the balloons. 10 minutes ago, the kid was around with the balloons. And there goes, oh boy, I done gave him like 3 stickers. Being tall and black, don't see a lot of people when I don't see them. Is that, bro? It took me some time to figure that out, and I think Philippines Truth told me that when I met him. Filipinos are curious and nosy. But it's like a combination of both of them. Like if you give a Filipino person anything in front of other Filipinos, they're gonna be looking to see what that is that you gave them. And I think I remember talking to Adrian because when I think it was one of the last 2 or 3 days before I left last time. I seen Adrian and he asked me about my hat, or I was asking him where to get a Titleist hat from, because I had walked around and I couldn't find him because I was looking for another one to take back home. And I told him, hey man, come over here. And I went to go buy a hat to give to him, and he was telling me, no, he was saying buy it. But he was saying that I could buy him the hat, but not with him over there, because then other Filipinos would see it. And I didn't think nothing about it. So me and him, we over there, we looking at the hats. I buy the hat. I pay for the hat, and I get a hat to him. We turn around, we get 10 feet from where we bought the hat at, and a Filipino walks up to him, and I don't really speak Tagalog, but I kind of catch on to stuff that they be talking about. Anyway, long story short, I could tell he was asking him for money, and then when Adrian said, walla, then the guy started trying to get the hat from him, like give me the hat. And he was like, the hat's a gift for my friend. I'm like, damn. And then he told me this once we got further away from them and stuff. But it's the Philippines, bro. It's a different ball game. My views, your world. Being tall and black, I'm seen by people when I don't see them. Dude, all the time, bro. I seen some crazy stuff last night. This Filipino took 2 blows to the head and Shima and didn't do anything. The bouncer in the club just separated them and let the guy swing and stay in the club. Hey bro, it's a totally different ballgame. I cannot express that. It is a totally different ballgame. And man, I've been to Manila. Manila's, I think Manila's great for vlogging, but as far as if I was gonna stay somewhere, Manila is just it's not my cup of tea. But if you like big city, smog, and traffic in Angeles ain't got nothing on Manila at all. Actually, if you get a chance, there's a place called the Lub D. This place right here called the Love D in Makati. If you want to kind of be where everything is as far as the nightlife, and you want to just walk right outside your door and just go around the block, it is right there. I stayed here for probably about a week and a half. All you got to do is walk outside, go to the left down the street, make another left and make a right and start walking. And you're going to walk right into everything. It do get loud there on Saturday. I don't care if you're at the top of the hotel. It gets loud. The music, when they're having bands and live bands and all that stuff. If you look on my channel way back when I first came to the Philippines, you'll see it. But it has a good price when you catch it in the off season, like in October. But Love D. Also, if you know any, I got about 3 or 4 go-to places that I stay at when I come into Angeles. Your Hotel is one. There's a company that owns some apartments. That's my number 2. And Sila Hotel is my number 3. Sila Hotel is kind of like the low budget. I just want somewhere cheap to save money. It's about 800 pesos. Yep. It's about 800 pesos, give or take. Like 1898 hotel. Dude, I think I've seen that. Every day. Those are the Aitas. They are the indigenous people of the Philippines. Those are the original Filipino people before they turned into looking like these. I know what you're talking about, cause that yep, you're right. All right, that 1898 hotel, I've seen that when I did a walk around the area, cause you can go down P. Burgos. When you get to where the intersection of the Lion Avenue is, you make that right. That's 1898. Then that next right, it brings you back up. But everything you can think of is right there. Yeah. That's Hotel 1898 Colonia and Las Vegas. Not bad, bro. Personally, it's just me, so I'm traveling on a different budget. And my budget is to make actually, since we're talking about it, I'll just tell y'all. My goal here this time, I'm spending way less money here now than I did the first time. Because the first time I had to learn a lot of stuff. I do budget hotels also. Yeah. You gotta do budget stuff, man, when you're gonna stay here longer. If you just come here for a week, a month, especially if you come here for like 2 weeks to a month, you can have a pretty large size budget, especially if you book everything for the whole month. I move around from place to place, and if I get a different vibe from place to place, I'm going somewhere else. I stayed 3 different places this time. 1 new place and 2 places that I stayed at before. And you guys can check out My Views Your World. He can tell you. Keith can tell you. And anybody else that's a blogger, YouTuber, or if they live here, they can tell you. When you're in the Philippines, when it comes to quality, you get what you pay for, and you get what you pay for, you get what you negotiate, and you get what you're willing to accept. When it comes to a room, always look at the room, check the room out first before you pay any money. Make sure you get a receipt, not just them tell you that they're going to give you a receipt, but an actual receipt that has the name of the place, your information, the basics. So if something happens, you've got, hey, this is what you paid for. If something comes along, a new management or something, like, hey, just cover yourself, just be safe. I went renewed my visa yesterday, I think, or day before yesterday. So but I think I pretty much covered everything, and I've been live for an hour and 32 minutes. I may stay here for another 30 minutes, or maybe time to go. I'm actually also up here. I'm looking for the fruit stand guy. There's a guy, his wife, and their son that goes around selling fruits and vegetables. And to me, they have the best. I think they personally pick their stuff versus these other places. They just get it in a big group or whatever. But it's a little family that goes around on a cart. Yeah, come on, rain, 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 rain more, rain, rain more. But and that's another reason I came out early. Also, if any of you guys want to buy something from any of these guys on that be walking around on the street selling it, whatever price they first tell you, like if I was to ask this guy for like he's actually got a bag that I was looking at. Now whatever price he tells me, I'm gonna just say half right off the bat. Plan on spending less money than I did last year. Last year I fell into the walking street trap. Hey, my view's your world, bro. Shout out to you, bro. I was here and I fell into the same thing. It was just I was having fun. I was meeting new people. It was a great experience. Then after about 2 weeks. After about 2 weeks, I was like, you know what? I've been going to this ATM a little bit too often. Then about 2.5 weeks in, almost the end of that third week, I was like, okay, hold on, time out. I gotta stop this. Because by then, because I was disciplined in Manila, I was disciplined in Cebu, but then when I got to Angeles, that discipline just kind of went out the window. I didn't go crazy, but I was spending without thought to how long I was gonna be here and how much I was spending. But I had a budget for 30 days when I first came last year. Then that budget changed once I decided to extend it, because I extended my flight, so the budget changed then. And then let's see, I got to Angeles in November, and then I stayed here the rest of that time. And I went to Subic. I also went to Subic. I need to see a comforting bedroom piece before I book it. Bro, I need to actually, bro, AJ, you can verify this, Keith can verify this, and anybody else has been in the Philippines. I don't care what that mattress looks like. I gotta push down on it to see if it's got springs in it or if it's foam. Because over here they got two kinds. They have a foreigner mattress, it's a thicker foam, and they have the Filipino mattress, which is a thin foam. And you might not realize it till you push down on it, and you can feel that hard wood underneath it or something. So make sure y'all check that out. Yeah, check the Lazada price before buying. And if you're gonna be over here for a period of time, and also a short time, you could just get a Lazada account and then have it sent to your hotel room or whatever. And that right there will be the easiest way to do it. Lazada is the cheapest. The cheapest ways I know to get anything, bag or any type Amazon type stuff you would buy is one, Lazada, Shopee. The only other option is if you're at this place in Manila, but they say it's not safe to go there for tourists. But it's like it's a big It's a big shopping market where they get all their stuff from that they bring to the other parts of Lausanne. Adrian told me about it. I think somebody's got a video of it on YouTube. My Views Your World says, them ATM fees add up. Glad I have Philippines bank account now. 15 or 18 pesos per transaction. Yeah, you can't beat that. Now, luckily for me, I get free ATM uses, but I have to, but I have to pay for the transaction. I mean, not the transaction, but the currency exchange, which at my bank is like $1.60 or $1.70. But I get refunded any of my ATM transactions, so that's the benefit. Otherwise, man, them ATM transactions, especially when they only give you 10,000 pesos at a time. They say there are some banks where you can get more, but I don't know specifically which ones they are. A Philippine troop told me about one on MacArthur, but when I went and tried it, it didn't work. Or maybe it didn't have any money in it or something. Also, when you check into the hotel, check the AC. Oh my god, dude. Hey, man, any of y'all watching right now? How do I highlight this comment? How do I highlight this comment? Damn, how do I highlight this comment? Damn, okay. Man, look. Pin to live stream, but there's no option to pin to the live stream. Like there's nothing down here. Pin to live stream. Man, what the hell? Anyway, I can't pin the comment to the live stream, but My Views Your World. Also, when you check in into the hotel, check the AC filters. That'll let you know how clean the room is, homeboy. I think the video is on my YouTube channel somewhere. I was in Subic and I walked into the room. The room was kind of stuffy, and I turned the AC on and the AC wasn't blowing. And at first I got ready to walk downstairs, and then I thought for a minute, like, wait a minute, I'm in the Philippines. Man, I took this filter off this AC. There was half an inch to an inch of just dust and stuff. I got this on a video. If it ain't on my YouTube channel, I gotta put this up. Of just nasty dust on this filter. I had to make a video about it. Cause I told him, like, hey, the AC's not really blowing. And then I went back up to the room, and I got to thinking about it, because it sounded like the AC was straining. Man, I took that filter on, cleaned it off in the shower. And oh yeah, here's another thing I want y'all to know. Green Hills Shopping. I'm gonna have to check that out, Keith. Look into getting a Wise card when you Wise. I've heard of that. Shout out to Joseph Rutherford, 6826. Charles Schwab ATM fees are reimbursed at the end of the month. I still haven't been to Green Hills yet. I'm gonna check that out. Joseph Rutherford says, today is Valentine's Day, where's your date? You not gonna see no women that I be with. I keep private life private. I'm not getting nobody pregnant over here and talking about it on the internet at all, ever. But to anybody who does, that's their business. They do whatever they want to do. I mind my business. Green Hill Shower. I'm gonna have to check that out. Wise car. Charles Schwab, Joseph Rutherford said Charles Schwab ATM fees are reimbursable at the end of the month. So if any of you guys have a Charles Schwab ATM fees, that's great. He says I still haven't been to Green Hills yet. Today is Valentine's Day.
Take my number. 10.
I don't know this person in which you refer to by the name of Ace Bachelor Cool. I've heard of them, but I don't know. Hey, I'm not throwing no shots at nobody, because I can tell you guys from what I've seen when I was here last year to now, I've seen some walkers. I've seen some walkers that were pregnant. My bad. I've seen some walkers that were not pregnant last year when I was here, and when I come back, they're pregnant. And since I've been here, they're no longer pregnant. So I don't know where some of them are now, but one I seen today, she wasn't pregnant last year, and then I seen her when I first came back, like, oh, she's pregnant. And some of the walkers I seen that were pregnant last year are not pregnant. And I swear, there goes the pig. So I've seen some walkers that were pregnant last year, and they're pregnant kid this year, and I'm like, golly. And I'm not talking about The Walking Dead either. No, dude, I can't be like Ace Bachelor Cool. I met him last year. He was walking down the street, and I seen him, and I said, hey man, good job on your YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. And he spoke for maybe 2 minutes, and then he went about his business. But I don't know the guy personally, so he makes his content, he does his thing, and but I will say this: Ace Bachelor Cool made a video about if you want to be a YouTuber or something like that. I have definitely got to give him props, and one of the reasons is because he made a video, and his style of using the whiteboard is something that I want to utilize when I get back home to the States. Because my oil field and my trucking knowledge, that whiteboard would really come in handy. I got one of those curtains for a green screen, but I never used it. But yes, it is raining today. It's still a nice little drizzle, but it's definitely cooler. Ace Bachelor's video, how to be a YouTube star. I think the video was pretty entertaining, and he did bring up a lot of good pointers. I've been at 6,000 subscribers for a while, but I know a lot of it is because my content is started out interviews, oil field, North Dakota. That's kind of been the genre that I've been in. Versus if I had made my channel about me, my journeys, I think it would have followed me a lot better. But either way, I can't complain. But he does make a lot of good pointers in the video. Joseph says loose lips sink ships. Facts. You've been gone for 9. No, well, kind of. I left last year. I left March the 6th. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, December. About 10 months. 10 months. Because I came back January 12th. Yeah, because some investment stuff that I worked on paid off last year better than I thought it was going to. But I knew I didn't really have a travel budget. And I had to go back to work to get a travel budget and make sure I had enough money to pay my taxes for last year. And to have a little bit extra if I wanted to stay longer. So I was going to come back in October, but oil field opportunity came along, which I didn't think it was, because I applied for the job back in April of last year. They called me in like September, and I forgot all about it. I was like, man, I'm gonna just pay my bills, be on a very strict budget, and just pay my bills with the stock money. I'm gonna just do that. And when they called, they said, hey, are you ready to come back to work? I was like, man, I need a raise if I'm gonna come back to work. And I was hoping they were gonna say no. Then I could just be like, okay, fine, I'm through with it. I'm gonna just trust this process and the system that I got. And they said, yeah, there's a raise. I'm like, and okay, here I go. I'm going back to the oil field. But I think the writing was on the wall when I was there. The same camaraderie was not there when I left. Some of the people that were there were not there when I left, and just the environment was more toxic when I left. I enjoyed my job, I enjoyed what I did, but it just wasn't the same. And I was telling the guys I work with, bro, it's not the same like it was when I left, bro. When I left, where I was working at, we were running off other companies. We were one of the highest competitors at what we were doing. And it's because we took pride in what we did and what we were doing. We aimed to be the best. We aimed to compete and being the best between the crews of guys that were working in the oil field, because we all knew one another. And some of the guys went to go do other things. Some of them got fed up with the toxicity and some of the other stuff that had happened in management, and things just kind of turned out the way that they turned out. All expats are cool people. Yeah, bro. And I think one of the things that makes expats cool people, I'm not an expat, but I've definitely met plenty. A lot of expats they're well traveled, so they've seen enough of actual life, of not just the United States. Because before you leave the United States, if you've never left, it's one thing to look at something on the internet. It's another thing when, let me see how much battery I got left. Oh, yeah, we're good. I got 30%. We're going to keep this live rocking. It's one thing to come here and live it, see it, smell it, learn to walk around with a mask on, because everything is in this air. I had to learn that when I was here last time, and I don't remember where I got this from, but a cloth washable mask. Get you some before you leave the United States, because trying to find a cloth one in this country is extremely difficult. They have plenty of the throwaways, but I can wash this and use it again. So a cloth washable mask. Get this before you come here. Or, okay, hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I think the live cut off or something. Hold on a minute. Trying to get back to where I was at in the comments. Give me just a second. Yeah, Joseph Relaford 6826. Actually, regular guy was here. A regular guy walked in the Phillies right before I did. I was gonna go over there to talk to him, but he was doing his vlogging thing with his GoPro, so I didn't want to disturb him or nothing like that. And you can ask any other people that do YouTube stuff. If you're doing YouTube stuff, more than likely I'm not gonna walk up to you. I'm not gonna try to walk up to you, be in your camera or your face or nothing, because that's you making your content. Unless we cool and like I give you a thumbs up, go over there and talk and whatnot. But other than that, I'm not gonna like be all in your face and try to be in the video or nothing. Because as many times as I've seen Chubbs making videos in the morning, usually I'm either on my way to the gym or usually I'm coming back from the gym. I just stay focused on what I'm doing, because that's his time to grow his thing. But I think last week, or last Saturday or Tuesday, whatever it was, when he did the live, I messaged him like, hey, is it cool? And I came up here, spoke to him first, and he said it was cool. Said okay, I go from there. But yeah, I seen regular guy today, so he'll probably be dropping a video in the next couple of days. I would like to do a video from CPI, but they just will not turn that music off. So I would have to sit there at CPI before the girls get there, because as soon as the girls get there, they start playing their music. And they'll turn it down for a little bit and turn it right back up. Consistency is the key. My Views Your World says consistency is the key. Build your community. Be honest about the type of content you're creating for a niche. Is it interesting and eye-catching? Is my content interesting? I don't know about that. Is my content eye-catching? I don't know about that. Personally, I make content that I'm archiving my history is really what I'm doing, and then I'm interviewing people and stuff like that along the way. That's really what I'm doing. When I started in North Dakota, I met people, but I also wanted to interview people. And I've had an idea about something that I'm going to mute the microphone and speech to text to myself so that I won't forget it, because I don't want anybody to steal it. And I can't believe that I totally forgot about this. But I'm gonna mute the microphone for a minute because I had an idea and I totally forgot about it until you said that. You just made me think about it again. But I'm back. And actually, I kind of had this idea before, and it's kind of part of what I did when I was in North Dakota, because the van allows you to, you know, move around, be different places, but you also be a shelter at the same time. But my views, your world, man. I thank you for the advice, bro. I'm gonna definitely apply that more. Consistency is key. Build your community. Be honest about the content you're creating for a niche. Is it interesting and eye-catching? Facts. JP, go shopping, check out later. Okay, I got you. Keith said he's going to the store and said he'll check back later. Your content is interesting for those who are interested in the culture. Exactly. So, you know, that's the biggest thing for me. I'm kind of archiving my history, what I've seen, where I've been, and I'm just sharing the videos with others, and they find it interesting and eye-catching. I'm like, hey, cool. Because the way I've looked at it now and the way I looked at it back then is whatever I put out, I can live with it, and if it disappeared or if YouTube blocked me or whatever, I can keep going with my life. I know I can get more views if I had my Filipino in the videos, but some guys be thirsty and disrespectful to people's relationships. Man, keep your private life private. Keep your private life private. Keep your private life private. Bro. Keep your private life private. Just plain and simple. Like I would have a lot more views if I put out videos with Filipinos that I had met. If I had put out videos that I had deleted, like I interviewed some people and I interviewed some Filipino women, and I was gonna put the videos out, you know, when I was thinking about it in my head. But then after I went home, I got away from here, I really got to thinking about it. I don't know where these people's life may go in the future. So if I put this video out, it's just like this guy I met in North Dakota. He was the first person I ever interviewed. He started talking about he was an alcoholic and all this kind of stuff, and how he had been fired jobs and that he's got a stable job now. And when he said that, I thought to myself, if I put this video out and somebody sees it, and this possibly hurts him or his future, that he's worked hard to get back on track, you know, I'm hurting another person. So that's why there's a bunch of stuff y'all just never see on my channel. You don't see, there's maybe 2 or 3 walking street videos. You don't see me with none of the women I've met. You don't see none of that. But even 2 regular female Filipino friends that I got, and you don't ever see them in none of the videos, but we've made plenty of videos and just hanging out and stuff. But nobody's ever gonna see that. That's just, you know, every now and then we'll send one another messages. Hey, you remember when we went here and stuff like that. So, but man, keep your cards close to your chest and don't show your hand. And I've learned that, because one thing I know for a fact, the internet is undefeated and you will not win. I repeat, the internet is undefeated and you will not win. And in fact, guys be thirsty and they be saying all kinds of stuff. And some of that is just, some of it is hate, some of it is people being bitter, some of it is jealousy, and some of it is just random brain farts of a thought that a person had, and they said it in a comment because they got a flat tire, because they wouldn't come at you like that face to face. Is Daisy the waitress there? Yeah, she's still here. Yeah, because I was talking to Daisy, I was like, hey, you ought to start a YouTube channel. You know, she kind of got a name and a face that you remember. But you guys will really be surprised, man. Filipinos they're not the most outgoingest. That's like one I know from the gym, and I told her like, hey, you need to be on Instagram. You need to be doing that kind of stuff because you can make some money. But you know, she's got her reasons. You know, she's got a family and all that kind of stuff. But I told her like, all you got to do is just make dance videos. Dance videos, go to the gym, make some gym workout videos. That's all you have to do. Do I watch my premieres when they're showing? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Usually, I don't really watch my premieres from over here. No, not really, bro. It goes back to what you were saying earlier. This can be a hobby, or this can be something more significant if a person approaches it seriously, like it's a business and something that they intentionally want to become something. I'll be on the fence back and forth because I'll be into making videos, you know, a couple of days, and then a couple of days I'm like, you know, I'm going out, man. I ain't thinking about it. Then the feeling will strike me again, so I try to make some content enough to where I can post something twice a week, if not twice a week, once a week. But I've had so many gaps when I was working in the oil field where, you know, 2-3 weeks might go by and I wouldn't post something. So I'm still trying to figure that out, and it's daytime here and nighttime in the United States. So morning time, which is, you know, so what you were talking about, AJ, morning time here, you know, 6 to about 9 o'clock is kind of, you know, a good time because you're catching the evening people. I know from some of my analytics in the U.S., I was getting more viewership during lunchtime in U.S. time, but it's just weird hours for me. But it is what it is, bro. If we want the results, we got to put the work in. We got to put the discipline in. That's all it is. I can't make no excuses. I can't make no excuses. But the premieres I do, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because usually I put a video on and then I go about my day and then check on to see what it did later. Joseph Relaford, 6826. They say they're so shy. Filipino people are shy, but it's more like I don't know if it's a shyness or an insecurity. You know, like they're not sure. You know, even when I've tried to ask some about doing a YouTube interview, first of all, it's explaining it to them. You got to do that. Then you got to get past after you explain it to them. If they don't ask you before, ask you after you explain it to them asking you, are you a vlogger? Now, I'm being from the United States. A vlogger means the same thing, but it also is different. I'm not a vlogger like a regular guy. I'm not a vlogger like some of the other people. So I make videos. When I make videos, But I'm not a vlogger, like, I walk around with a camera, all the time. So just, I was commenting in a couple that while I was, okay. I don't know. If it's in the premieres, I might not see it because I'll post a video. Like if it's a schedule, sometimes I'll watch those, but a lot of times I will post it or premiere it and then go about my day and then check on it later. Because when I'm on my phone doing YouTube stuff, once I finish, I'm trying to go out and go walk. I'm trying to go somewhere, get away from inside. But I will definitely start putting more time into my premieres because I think once the premiere is over, you can't see the comments after that. That's kind of me and a company that's what I was asking. It helps retain views, being able to interact with you. My Views Your World says, I was commenting in a couple, that's why I was asking. It helps retain viewers being able to interact with you during the premiere. I look as premieres as taking place of a live stream. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you got a point, because if you have a 15 or 20 minute video, it kind of takes time for people to come in. But usually about the 5-minute mark, people have scrolled on their phone and seen, hey, somebody's live, or if they get the notifications. But I think we should be set as far as you being about to see my chat comments. YouTube has me looking like spam. The one thing I can say that's different from YouTube versus Facebook, because those are my main two. I post stuff on Facebook, and it'll be some random stuff, but it's mostly oil field related. Because at least with Facebook, I can share what I'm posting to other groups. YouTube, you can share what you make. You can share what you make from YouTube to other platforms, but it doesn't really, it's not the same as a group. Like, for example, Bakken Oilfield Fails of the Day. I've been a member of that group for a while, and I've always been posting, some kind of oil field related content, something, whatever. So that's the benefit of that. But YouTube, you can't share, there's YouTube groups, where other people can watch similar or stuff like that. But me saying it, it's probably going to be popping up pretty soon from YouTube, so they can capitalize on that market too. Exactly, bro. I made so many videos last year. Even oil field related stuff when I went back to work. Dude, I got videos from being an owner operator when I was trucking. Some of it is just kind of random stuff, which I can't really do nothing with. It was just making a video because it occurred to me. And even here, I'll just be somewhere and think about making some videos and just make a minute short just because I thought about it. But I try to always make something even if I don't post it at that time. It may come in handy later as B-roll for something. Over here, the editing I do is from my phone. Last time I brought my tablet, so it was easier to edit stuff. I left my laptop back in the States. I left my tablet back in the States because I had more plans to get out and about and stuff this time. So. But guys, I have been live for almost 2.5 hours.
Hello.
So is it time to go out?
Hello.
Is it time to go out?
How many viewers do you have?
I have 4.
No. 400?
No,
No.
4. Like there's 4 people watching. See, I have a very small YouTube channel.
That's okay.
I'm just starting. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
I don't have your channel, but I'm going to see your YouTube channel.
How come you don't have a YouTube channel?
It's okay. It's okay.
Why don't you have a YouTube channel?
I don't want.
Why not? You know, you just gonna let all the foreigners come over and make the YouTube video? There needs to be more Filipino videos for Filipinos, and you can do English and you can do Tagalog.
Tagalog. Because I'm here, I'm working here. I think
No, when you get off.
sometimes I don't have sometimes I don't have day off.
No, look, all you have to do is when you leave here, take your phone and make your video for about 3 or 4 minutes walking, and then make another video walking, and then stop the video well before you get home, so no one knows where you live at. And then just
That's all?
Yeah. Then you go to the market one day, make a video about going to the market. Then when you go to the Uncle John's, make a video about going to the Uncle John's. You tell people, hey, this is a good price for mangoes. This is how you do it.
You always do that?
What?
Like that? That you got? Your YouTube channel? Like that?
Kind of, my channel.
Sometimes?
Yeah, like sometimes. But see, this is your home. You live here, so you know all of the stuff that foreigners don't know.
I'm not here in my real home. In the province, I'm from doing this. I have money. Okay?
But I forgot what I was talking about. My views, your world. I'm months behind on my editing. They'll be living life in the same way. Take care, bro. Good live. Appreciate that, because I'm supposed to end this here in a minute. Tell her we want to watch. I tried telling her. I tried telling Daisy, and Daisy was working here. Daisy. I think Daisy's been here over a year. But Filipinos are shy and they're not as secure. Even the young people. I tried talking to some of them at the, I think it's called an STI college or something. I was like, hey man, do you make YouTube videos? And they were like, no, they just watch. I'm like, why not? I'm like, you have free content. Like you're at school. There's an audience for everything, everywhere, somewhere. So, what is your name? Jeannie. Yeah. Guys, Jeannie. What are you gonna call your YouTube channel? You can't be shy forever. Sometimes you have to take a risk on yourself. Sometimes you have to try something new. Sometimes you have to be adventurous. It's like hiking, climbing a mountain. It's like me coming here was an adventure for me.
You're hiking.
I'm trying to get into hiking.
I'm shy.
Yeah, but just take one step at a time. Take one step at a time. It's like if you like TikTok, right?
I love TikTok.
Oh, see, so if you watch TikTok,
I watch TikTok, but I cannot dance.
no, you don't have to dance. You just have fun, live life, and you'll find.
Hello, let's vlog with TikTok, no? Right?
Yeah, that's it.
A day in my life, right?
Yeah.
A day in my life. A day was working.
Well, no. As far as like where you work in your personal life,
Yeah.
I would say keep that to yourself. Because it's the Philippines. It's lots of nosy people. Some people may have some kind of. Just be safe. That's the biggest thing I would tell you. Be safe. Guard your privacy and think about what you're putting out. But as far as anything not related to your work, your personal life, you can have fun, post whatever you want.
We're going to go up? Not yet.
I don't know. I'm trying to motivate you
Yeah, thank you.
to try some YouTube.
Yeah, thank you for that.
And if all else fails, you can check out my channel. And if you see any videos, you're like, hey, I could do that. Just go do the same thing. And whenever you do make a channel, or one day, I'm here. I'll help you pick out a name for the channel, take some snapshots of something, and then that can be your see, like that's my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's me in the thumbnail, and then that's like a little background picture with my YouTube channel name and some money because people like money.
Yeah.
And that's the live that we're watching right now. Click on it. The ad starts playing. So get rid of that.
I got 2 slices. Maybe 2 slices.
But guys, it is time for me to go, man. Women Filipinos become really famous real quick. That's what I was trying to tell her. No, it's not Daisy. I think she's the one I'm talking to. I think she's new because I know she wasn't here last year. I think Daisy's on a different shelf because no, she doesn't do TikTok. She's just on TikTok. She looks at TikTok videos, which sincerely yours, Nadia. Man, 2 hours and 22 minutes into the video, and Nadia shows up. What's up, Nadia? And to be honest with you, Nadia is one of them people. Like when I seen her channel, I was like, okay. You know, she ought to be like in the hundreds of thousands, but I think Nadia, you guys can check her out, Sincerely Yours Nadia on YouTube. You know, she's kind of one of those people, she makes content with what she wants to, and then she's chill, she stays to herself, she protects her privacy, and she does her thing. Yeah, she, as far as the Filipino that I'm talking to, like she's not going to be on the video. I asked her earlier, and when I asked her, she said yeah. But I've been in the Philippines long enough to know that whenever a Filipino person gives you a yeah, quick, give them a second for it to dawn on them what you're asking them, and then ask them again. Because sometimes they'll just say yeah to whatever it is that you're asking, but they're not really sure what you're asking. They're just saying yeah. So you kind of have to wait for a minute. Nadia, this ain't even it. Nadia, when you get out away from here, or you get to some of the taller buildings and stuff where the views are, you get up in the mountains, you be like, you know what, I can live here. It's just, you know, infrastructure, transportation, and water. And if you have any kind of like medical stuff going on, those are going to be your biggest challenges. If you need health care, something like that related, or you have some kind of emergency if you live further out in the country. But as far as Angeles, most stuff is somewhere close by, easy to get to. Within walking distance, you can go to I think it's called There's a hospital behind the mall. There's a couple hospitals in downtown Angeles. So you have access to medical establishments. It's just the American expectations that we have to be changed once you get here. Other than that, you know, getting used to the trash, the traffic, personal space between people, you have to get used to that. Seeing little kids walking up asking for money, you're gonna have to learn to ignore it, because that's a hustle in itself. 15,000 subscribers, she's the biggest in the room right now. My Views Your World says 15K subscribers, she's the biggest in the room right now. Man, she would have over like 200,000 subscribers, but you know, she does her thing, and that's what's up. One day, hopefully in the future, I can break 10, but hey, what happens, happens. If, when, and until then, I'm gonna just keep on rocking the way I'm rocking. But I want to say thank you to all you guys, and shout out to Nadia. I got you. Sincerely yours, Nadia. Nadia, I appreciate that. I want to give a big shout out to all of y'all that are tuning in for the live today. And y'all be safe. God bless. Take life one day at a time. Enjoy life. Also, have adventures, make memories, make new friends, and reinforce with friends and family that you already have, that you love them, because life is short. And this is the only life you're ever gonna get. So by all means, live it and make it count. Shout out to Sincerely Yours, Nadia. Shout out to Joseph Rutherford 6826. Shout out to Fun in the Philippines with Keith. Shout out to My Views Your World. Shout out to Carl Anderson 4832. Let me go back up. In the Philippines, there's always somebody making noise. There's a Filipinos yelling about something. Shout out to Gerald Pade. There's a whole lot more comments than I realized. Shout out to, y'all said Carl Anderson 4832. Shout out to Ghost Time Bullies, and thank you for the super chat. And I will have to send that back to you. Shout out to West Coast Roller. Shout out to CEO Trickio, aka Truck Community. Shout out to Chad Blackwood 579. Shout out to Louis 2271. Shout out to Joe. So for all you guys that are tuning in to the live, thank y'all. I appreciate that. For all of you that are tuned in and didn't leave a comment, but you watched, thank you for that. And thank you for the likes, the subscribes, and everything in between. God bless y'all. Be safe, man. I'm out of here. Oh yeah, dental work is cheap. Dental work is cheap. So for any of you guys thinking about it, I actually need to get a tooth pulled, but I can't make my mind up on which place, and I'm kind of nervous about it. Let me get out of here, man. I'll see y'all later. Peace.